Salut coders, this is Bisk here. Welcome back to another tutorial. Home greetings to those who are joining us for the first time. In this tutorial, I would want to show you how you can import any PDF documents, Word documents, PowerPoint documents, PDF documents, anything that you think of JSON into your project and ask a question to the document using OpenAI, any model or Bedrock or Llama 3 into your artificial intelligence project. So how are we going to solve this? I will show you step by step how to do it. Import the document, split it into chunks, creating embeddings, and then save the details into the database and create a chatbot that we can ask questions about the documents that you have loaded into your system, and the application will answer based on the documents that you provided. If you are new to this channel, may you kindly subscribe, click the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever we upload new video. This whole process, we call it ETL, and it's a backbone of a reg processing. So let's get started. So this is the process of ETL. So what we are going to do, we want to have a PDF document, which is a disease handbook as an example. You can import documents like Word documents, PowerPoint, JSON, HTML documents. I will show you the library that you can use to read these documents. Well, after you read the documents, we need to split it into chunks. Think of we have a book of 1000 pages and you want to persist this let's say those pages into the database. So you need to split it into chunks, which is a limit of the supported tokens that are allowed by ChatGPT. So it will break these pages or paragraphs into chunks and you can persist them into chunks. Then these chunks are now the documents. From this document, there's an abstract class for document, and in those documents, you are going to have embeddings. So the embeddings are necessary so that we need to store them into our vector database. So we are going to have these embeddings. After having these embeddings, we save this into our vector database, and we are going to use vector store. I told you about PG vector store, Pinecone, and also Chroma. So in this tutorial, we are going to use a PG vector store. So after we are done with this finishing process, we are going to chat with the document, asking questions about the disease, and from those diseases we get the answers using our local documents that we uploaded. So let's go to the documentation of Spring, and we go to API, and we want to talk more about ETL pipeline. So in this pipeline, I told you we need a document reader, so we need to read these documents. So we are going to use a PDF document reader to read these documents. Then these documents will be splitted into documents of small chunks, and these documents, this process is transforming, and we are going to use text token text splitter, whereby it will be splitted into chunks. Then after that, we can store the data into our database. This is where we are having document writer, and the vector store will be writing this into our database. So the interface, the abstract interface, is document reader, and other readers that we have like the PDF document reader, we extend this class. So here, this is an example of text reader. You can see we are reading it from the text. The file name is .txt. For JSON, you can use JSON reader. And for PDF, if you are reading from a PDF, we use a PDF document reader. And this one is almost the same, but we are reading paragraph by paragraph. And this one, we are reading by pages. And we need to transform this document. And by transforming, you create it into what? To batches, so that you'll be ready for processing. So that's the process of ETL, and it is the backbone of RAG processing. So the next thing that we can do now, let's go to the code. So now we can go to our code, and we want to use an example of page PDF document reader. So let's open our code. So here I have added this document, which is a disease handbook, you can see it has the diseases that are common for children, maybe at the age of 5 years, the immunization. So we are going to ask questions to this document. So we need to read this document, transform it into chunks, and save it into our database. So what we need to do now, so I downloaded this document, and you can get this code on our GitLab. So this is the document, and we need to add this dependency, which is a Spring AI PDF document reader. So we need to add this, and we can import this dependence. So this is a continuation of our previous tutorial. We want to store these embeddings, PDF embeddings, into the database, and we are storing it into the vector database, which is a Postgres database. So let's go to our code. In our OpenAI, here we want now to create a method that can read that document and persist it into the database. So we can, and I can call this method public void. I can call my method PDF document ETL. So this is our method, and what we need to do first, I want to delete everything that is in the database. So what I want to do, I want to inject a JDBC template here. JDBC template. And I can go back into my method here, and I can use update, and I want to delete everything. Delete from vector store. This is the name. We want to delete everything that is in that table, and the table is called vector store. So if you haven't watched our previous tutorial, may you please watch it, because this is a continuation. So after deleting this, now we need to read. So we need to extract document. This is the first step. So our first step, we need to take this method. Let's take this method, and we can paste it here, and we need to import this. It's a document reader. We can import this, and we can do this here, and we can do this also here. So from this, we have managed to read this document. And once we read this, once we have this one, if you go here, it can return. If you do this get, we can get the list of the documents. You can see if we do this get, you can get this list of documents. So let me copy this and come here. We can have this list of documents. But before I do this, we want to use a var. I told you we want to use a token text splitter. So I can just say text splitter, because I want to split this document into chunks. New token text splitter, like this. And once I want to use this token splitter to split these documents. So I can do this dot apply, and I can pass the documents that we have, and it also return documents. So what I can do now, I have a vector store connected here to our database. Now I want to save this into the database. So we want to load these documents into the database. So I'll just say vector store dot accept. After doing this, we have saved this, and I can just print out something like done processing. So here it allows a class path. It will be either a resource. It's a resource. So this class path, our name of our document is this one. We can refactor this. We can do this. and we can put this here. So this is our document. So it either requires a string or you can pass a resource. So after we are done with the processing, we need to call this method, and I can copy this method and I can go into my here. I want to call this method. I can say OpenAI example, the name of our method, and you can call this method, and it will delete everything. After deleting, we can say we can read our document and we can split it into chunks and we can save it into our database. Let's try to open our database and see if we have anything there. So our vector store, we can refresh. The database is empty. So we need to run this project and we can see it splitting and save the records. So let's test this one. So let's run our application. You can see the document is being splitted into chunks. Let's wait until we see the done processing. So you can see we have done, the processing is completed. Let's refresh our database and see the records. Yeah, this is the disease and these are the embeddings. So we are going to use our chat application to get this data, to find what's the disease and ask questions and get answers from these embeddings. This content is just like to know which content has been saved, and this content has been translated to these embeddings. So if you are using vector search, we don't use this content, we use these embeddings. So these ones are not necessary, and we will learn more about this metadata in our future tutorials. So in the next tutorial, we are going to implement our chat application, ask question to this document that we have saved into our database. So if you are new to this channel, may you kindly subscribe, click the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever we upload new video. Salut coders!